Good day, everyone. My name is Khan, and I'm with the Como Group. Now, at Como Group, we teach business credit, and we give free instructions on how to build business credit and how to raise capital using business credit. But today, I want to share with you, in fact, today's topic is going to be how to build personal credit. Now, there are many methods of what you can use to build personal credit or restore your personal credit. Now, but today the method I'm going to be sharing with you is one that I've personally used over the years and have taught very, very many people, and they have all been successful. Okay? Now, this information that I'm sharing is good for anyone. It's good for those with no credit. It's also good for those that have bad credit. It's good for those that have some good credit accounts on their credit, but they have challenges like maybe collections or negatives, okay? It's also good for those with good credit. Now, why is that so? When I share with you today on how to build personal credit, I will give you a goal. You will have a goal of what you're going to be trying to accomplish. And that will be like good credit. But if you want to take your credit to ultimate credit, I also show you how to do that. On all the information that I'm sharing with you here today, it's on the website. So if you miss something, you can play back the video, or you can go to the website and all the information is there too. Exactly what I'm sharing with you here. Now, before I start talking about how to build personal credit, you must understand where my beliefs and my motivation or my motto about why where I'm trying to take you. Here's my belief about personal credit. I believe that personal credit is something that you use only to show. It is only to show and to get those things that is necessary in your life as you move forward. Meaning, for example, like if you're going to have to get a mortgage in the future, an auto loan, you understand, or you use your credit to get a better car insurance, or some of you will need it for like job qualifications, or rental properties. I consider those the normal norm in life. Those are the things you're going to go through life. And I believe personal credit should only be used for that. And I also believe that everyone should set up their personal credit according to FICO scoring system and leave it there. So, and I do not believe that personal credit should be used for anything personal. Naturally, if you have an emergency, personal credit makes sense then, unless there is another way or unless you have other means. Now, this is the only country to where if you have great credit, you can get capital just on great credit with no revenues, no proof of income, no documentation. It's the only country in the world that says if you have perfect credit, you can get capital. Now, if you understand what I try to teach to my clients, then you will understand and see the big picture, and you will understand my method. Now, if FICO scoring says you need to have 11 credit cards, I want you to have 11 credit cards. If you should have a personal loan, we'll get you a personal loan and you're going to pay it off. But now it's showing a closed installment on your credit. If in your lifetime you're going to get a mortgage, get the mortgage. If your lifetime you're going to have 2 or 3 cars, get it. If that is what I want to see in the credit. But what I also want to see, those 11 credit cards, I want to see a usage of less than 5%. Actually, even less. Just use the card. You must use the card so that they don't close it down for inactivity. So that is the way I look at things. You can have 11 credit cards, but you're using maybe 2 or 3% or even less than that, because 2 things happen. One, if you use your credit cards, those credit card providers will not close your account down for inactivity. And second, if you use a little bit of your credit cards, your score goes up. So activity on your card increases your score. So my my motto my motto about teaching people about personal credit, it's simply, we use it to show. It's just a show. If FICO wants 11 credit cards, they get 11 credit cards. In our lifetime, as we go through, we have a couple of car loans, or we got one car loan, so it shows up on that credit, we do it. They want a personal loan to show up on that credit, we'll get a personal loan and pay it in 2 months, and at least we'll have a closed installment loan. Now, I don't want to get into how FICO does its scoring system, but I'll just say it's short. Revolving accounts. If a revolving account is open, it impacts your credit positively. Okay? If you have credit cards that are closed, it does nothing for your credit. Installment, like auto loans or personal loans, if they are closed, the impact, if they're closed and satisfied and was in good standing, they impact your credit positively. Now, if you open a brand new, let's say you got a personal loan today for $20,000, it will impact your credit short term negatively. And then once you start making payments, your score goes back up. Now, remember this. So when I share with you how I want you to build personal credit, remember I only do it as a show. So here you have an 830 credit score, and it's all just to show. How are you going to benefit from having this good credit if you can't use it? Well, you get your mortgages, you get your car insurance cheaper, you get jobs, or whatever is there. But we're not going to use the credit because there are other ways. The other way is simple. If you have perfect credit, you can register an LLC and you can get credit cards on that LLC without no documentation, no revenues, and no documentation, no revenue, no tax returns. Okay? Remember this. You do not have to be in business to be a business. And the difference is, if you use those credit cards for whatever reason you want, nobody can stop you. Those business credit cards that you get, it doesn't impact your personal credit at all. Your personal credit remains good. And the other thing is, you can max out those credit cards and it doesn't even affect your business credit. Okay? And as you can see, you can get multiple LLC and do it that way without even affecting your credit. Yeah, naturally you get that hard inquiry, but that hard inquiry can be removed. Now, so that is why I like to share with people the power of personal credit. If you don't use it, just build it out and keep it there. Now, like we talked. Now, whether somebody has no credit, bad credit, or challenge credit, or good credit. Well, we're not going to talk about the good credit people right now. We're going to talk about, no credit, bad credit, and challenge credit. It's always the question, or many will say, should I start the credit repair process and then, try to remove those negatives and then build, then establish credit, start establishing new accounts? I don't want to get too much into credit repair, but that can be timely depending on which company you go with, or if you're doing it by yourself. Even if a company is great and one account gets stuck and it has to be redisputed and all of that, you might end up wasting months. And that is why my technique is to do both at the same time. In fact, I believe in starting adding positive accounts and then start the credit repair after you've gotten it started, after you start adding your positive accounts. So here's my take. I try to give you a goal and say, we are going to try to create a short-term goal, okay? So our short-term goal that I want to share with you today, it's also on the website, okay? It's also on the website. In the first 6 months, whether you have good credit or whether you have bad credit or challenge credit or no credit, here's what you should set your goals for. 11, in the next 6 months, you should have 11 revolving accounts, okay? They are credit cards. So you want to get 11 open revolving accounts on your credit. And if you need a car, for those that need a car, try to get an auto loan. but I coach, so it's okay. You're going to see a lot more videos about this. Now, get an auto loan. For those that have a mortgage already on their credit and it's in good standing, excellent. And within these 6 months, we also going to try to get a small personal loan and then pay it off right away. So here again, if you're trying to build your credit, and you, no matter what, if you have challenge credit or no credit, here is what's going to be our short-term goal. Now I say in the next 6 months. If it takes you a little bit longer, 6 months to a year, that's fine. You're going to be doing great if you follow this. Remember again, 11 active revolving accounts, which are credit cards. You maybe want to get an auto loan out there. Now it doesn't have to happen in the first year, but that should be your mission, to get an auto loan on there, because it satisfies the types of accounts on your credit report. For those of you who have a mortgage or is looking to get a mortgage, and it'd be great for those, because now we'll have a mortgage on the credit report. Now a personal loan, we might not need a personal loan, but we want to see that installment loan on our credit. So we don't care whether it's a $2,000 loan or whatever we're going to do in the future. We're going to get it. We're going to wait 2 months and we're going to pay it off. So at least we'll have a closed installment loan as part of our credit profile. Now the first question is going to be, well, how am I going to get 11 revolving accounts? Well, it's simple. The first step you want to do is you want to go to opt-in, opt-out. Now what is opt-in, opt-out? Opt-in, opt-out, if you register, if you opt in, that means credit card companies are going to be reviewing your credit and sending you offers in the mail with a promotional code. That is one way of getting good starter cards if you have no credit or bad credit. Now, it'll probably take a couple of weeks for it to all tabulate into their system. But yes, you're going to start, once you sign up for opt-in, opt-out, remember everything I'm telling you is on my website, so you can go to the website and just follow the steps that I'm telling you. You register in opt-in, opt-out, and then you'll start getting, maybe Capital One will send you, an invitation for $300 and saying you're pre-approved, use this code and apply. Then we're hoping to get 3 or 4 of those things. The other way to get some is actually going to my site. You're going to see we have Capital One, we have Aspire, we have what is it called, Capital Bank. I'm forgetting them all, but anyway, there are many starter accounts there that you can just click and apply. If you can get 5 of them or 4 or 5 of them within the next 6 months, that would be great. It doesn't matter what limits you're getting, whether you're getting 200, 300. You know what, let me stop there. Let me say something. Building credit does cost money. So, people will say, well, how? Because some of these cards are expensive. They have an annual fee of $100, and that's the price you pay for starting over. You understand? That's just the way it is. So if you get 5 of these, not all of them, okay? But it does take some capital. But remember this. If you invest in your credit anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 in 1 year, you will never have to invest it again. And you don't lose that money, you understand? But if you are able to invest $2,000 to $5,000 in your credit in the first year, you will never have to do it again, and you don't lose the money is there. But you can have excellent credit fast. Okay, well, you wouldn't have the history, but you will be on the road. Every month that it goes, you're going to be creating the history. Now, once, like I said, you do the opt-in, opt-out, then see what offers you're going to get in the mail, but don't wait for those mail offers. Go to my website, you're going to see, Capital One Bank and all these other starter cards that you can have and apply to them. Now be careful, you want to probably apply, if you're going to do it today, apply to 3 or 4 of them at the same time, because then they'll start refusing you because they can see the inquiries that you've made at the other banks. But anyway, it doesn't matter how it gets done. In the end, if you're able to get 5 of them on your credit, that's a good start. Now, once you see these things start reporting to you on your credit, then you want to get into credit repair. Now, it doesn't matter, we'll talk about credit repair in another video, whether you should use a company or do it yourself. it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But and then again, it also depends how much education you have about the credit bureaus and the way they act. You know, you have to understand their practices to get good results. Anyway, we'll leave that for another day. So let's stick to this. We're trying to get 11 revolving accounts. We are going to do opt-in, opt-out, try to see what we get in the mail. We're going to go to my website and we're going to look for all the starter cards there and apply. Now, the minute you see you get 2, 3, or 5 of them on your credit, now you start the credit repair. Okay? Now the credit repair is happening and you probably got 3 to 5 positive accounts. Now, you're going to wait. Hopefully something happens in your credit, but you're going to wait like 6 months. And in about 6 months, you are going to apply again, which you can go to my website and see again, for 5 different cards. Okay? And they're also, because you've aged those cards that you initially got for 6 months, you are going to start getting approvals for the next tier of cards, not the starter ones, the one a little bit higher than those, where they're ready to give you limits anywhere between 500 and 750. Now remember, our goal is 11, and it doesn't matter what we get, what limit they are, or who they're from, so long as we satisfy the number of accounts that we're trying to get. Now, for those of you who have access to capital, after you finish, and you can do this all in the first month, meaning you can go to my website and sign up for those starter cards, but let's say you had $5,000. I would take those $5,000 and then I will Google around my neighborhood. Google community banks, credit unions, and your major banks that offer secured credit cards. Now, you also want to make sure that these banks and the community banks or credit unions, especially credit unions and your major banks, you want to join the banks that offer secure credit cards, but they also offer a business product. Because what you're going to be doing, you're going to be doing 2 things at the same time. You're going to be establishing a secure credit card with them, and at the same time, you're building a relationship that if you were actually doing all this program with us, to one day go to funding to do business funding, then you're already creating a long-term relationship with this bank. Okay, so very important. So this is what I would do. I would Google in my neighborhood community banks, credit unions, and your major banks that offer secure credit cards. I know Bank of America do. I know Wells Fargo did, but I do have it all on my website. Now, I would take $500 and go to, if you have $5,000, you can create 10 accounts. You can go to 10 different institutions, give them all $500 and get a secure credit card. What that does, you will almost, between that, you will be able to establish 10 revolving accounts. Now, and that money doesn't go to waste. You can use it, but if you don't have to use it, don't use it. But if you have to, it's okay, so long as you maintain the payments. All right. Now that's one of the fastest way to get to 11 revolving accounts on your credit. Imagine what 11 secured credit cards will look on your credit. You understand? Now, when it ages 6 months, those same secure credit cards can become unsecured. And you're going to find that maybe 9 months down the road, now you're going to start getting approvals for $2,000, $5,000, and $10,000 cards. Now, and because you did opt-in, opt-out, you're also going to be getting better offers in the mail. So let me back up again. If you have no capital and you're trying to establish our goals of having 11 revolving accounts on your credit, you'll go to my website and you're going to, first thing you're going to go to my website and you're going to go sign up for opt-in, opt-out. You can go to opt-in, opt-out and sign up for opt-in. So that credit card companies can review your credit and send you offers or pre-qualify you for a credit card. So that's the first thing. The second thing you're going to do is also go and look for all the starter cards, the $200 and $300 starter credit cards that you can get with bad credit. Try to get as many as you can. Okay? Now you have no capital, so what you're going to have to do is wait and see what offers you get in the mail, and then or wait a couple of months and apply again. At the same time, as you're doing that, you're going to start your credit repair. Okay? For those of you who have capital, and we're just going to use the number $5,000 because it will get pretty close to satisfying the number of lines or the goals that we're trying to accomplish, is to take the $5,000, go, let's start over. You go to the website, do the opt-in, opt-out, and then you're going to do the starter cards, get as many starter cards as you can, and take the $5,000 and Google around your neighborhood to community banks and credit unions and major banks, and make sure two things: that they offer secured credit cards, personal credit cards, and they also offer business credit cards for the future. So you're going to go there, you're going to give them $500 and ask them for a secure credit card. Now remember, what you're doing there is also building a relationship. As the time goes by, it shows that you have a relationship with that bank. Okay? Now that's one of the fastest way to have 11 revolving accounts reporting to your credit, and you're doing credit repair at the same time. Now, depending on what your credit looks like, now your positive credit is starting to outweigh your negatives. Now, as your negatives start falling off, if you're doing the credit repair, you're going to see that opt-in, opt-out. You're going to start getting better approvals, better pre-qualifications sent to you. And at the same time, as your negatives fall off, and if you follow my website, it tells you where to apply, and now you're going to start getting approved for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, and $10,000 credit cards. Now, we also teach you that as your negatives are coming off, remember, banks like to, okay, let me back up here. Let's say you have the 11 accounts and slowly your negatives are falling off and you're ready to apply for more credit cards. What you want to do is probably add 2 authorized users with high limit and age, maybe 2 $30,000 cards, that's over 5 years, and then you do the application. Because what you just did, you satisfy some more of FICO's scoring system, and banks will now start approving you for higher limits. All right, so that is how you should be building and restoring your credit. Now, there's a lot more information on the website, and I do offer step by step how to do things. So you can listen to this video again, but I encourage you to go to the website and see. I do a better breakdown that I'm trying to tell you here. But as you can see, we're accomplishing the goal. When we started this video, we said we wanted to have 11 revolving accounts, maybe a mortgage, maybe an auto, maybe a personal loan. Now, and I've also showed you that if you don't have money, there are ways you can do it. Get your starter card, start with credit repair at the same time, let them both come together, and it makes a difference. If you don't have $5,000 and you want to get these secure cards, work with what you have. If you have $2,000, do it. Do 4 cards. Anything you can do. What you're doing with your $5,000, you're speeding this up. Okay, your balance of positive credit is starting to outweigh your negative credits. So, and you'll be amazed what's going to happen, with what you're doing in the future. Now, this is just my method of doing things, and I wanted to share that with you. Please, if you want to follow the way I'm teaching it here, please go to the website. Okay. Now, my process here, or my method, you have to be really disciplined. If you follow what I've discussed here today, it can change your life. Remember, credit is based on history. When you're trying to get loans and credit, but what we're trying to here is to get a start. And once we get that start, every month that goes by, those account age. The minimum requirement for big loans and credit is 2 years of history. You'll be surprised how fast 2 years go. And during this time of building your personal credit, you'll be amazed what you will get approved for if you follow the techniques I teach. Okay? Now, to do this, it takes somebody that's really disciplined. You're going to have the drive to succeed, and some of you, who have the capital, it will work for you. And remember, keep your eye on the ball, which is the rewards of having good credit. If you go to our website and you'll watch my other videos, I teach you how to raise capital. So having good credit will get you there. Now, long-term goal. I'm just gonna name it just for GP, for those people that got good credit. Your long-term goal should be 22 active revolving accounts. Now, I'm not saying 22 just to double FICO's 11. It's a strategic when I tell you that you should have 22 revolving lines. Naturally, an auto loan, a mortgage, maybe you want to have 2 personal loans. Now you might say, I don't need a personal loan, but if you're trying to take your credit to, 830, get a personal loan, whether it's for 10,000, 5,000, hold the money for 2 months, pay it off, take the money and pay it off. Yes, you're going to have to pay the interest, but what you just did, you got a closed installment loan on your credit, okay? Now, you probably want to do 2 of those, but if you understand my technique and my motive of teaching what, just having a credit to show, then you'll understand why it can be done. Now, what do I offer that can help you? We offer credit repair, we offer inquiry removal, we also offer authorized user trade lines, which can help boost your credit to get the higher limit to credit cards. And I do personal credit coaching. So for those who want personal credit coaching, you can send me over your credit. I will look at it and send you back a review of what I think, what you should be doing to make it better. And I do charge a fee for that. But then at the same time, you don't need just follow my website, okay? And you will know what to do. Now remember, here are the other benefits of having good credit. If you have good credit and you invest in yourself, remember, if you can put $5,000 in your credit this year, that will be the only time you need to put money in your credit. The money still remains yours, okay? But now you can change your life completely in less than 2 years. You can have access to capital. You can have access to 300,000. You can have access to 600,000 using our method of how to raise capital using business credit, okay? So during the time that you're restoring your credit and working on your credit, you use all that time to decide, if you had capital, how you can change your life or what you can do. Now, the other thing is, for those people who have bad credit and they have no access to capital to move faster with their credit, on my website, we do offer some programs that you can refer clients, that you can, join those programs, refer clients, and you make really good income. Some of them are business loans that you can market, and who knows, if you close on a loan, maybe you'll make 5,000 or more than 5,000 this year. And so for those that don't have the capital, create a side hustle. Create a side hustle that will work and bring you that extra capital so you can invest in your credit and to change your lives, okay? Good credit can change your life, especially if you're one of those people that have a dream of doing things and don't know how to get the capital. Spend time on the website, watch my videos. I will show you how to get capital. All right. So the other thing is, if you have any questions, you can always comment on this video. Sometimes I'm available, so you can go to my website and call. If you want to work with me personally, for me to help you with your credit, just call us and let us know. Everything I told you and this method, this technique to use is on my website. All right. So I hope you go there and look again and try to follow it. Okay. Now, please, if you like my content or you like you like what you see on the website, please tell your friends and family, invite them to go to my channel or invite them to go to my website. All right. Now, this method that I just shared with you. I might not have put it in the detail or as clear as I want to, but it is very, very effective. I believe in not wasting time, so that is why I establish credit at the same time that I'm repairing credit. And I will do another video about credit repair. Yes, we do offer credit repair. We do offer the authorized user trade lines, but you must know, there's a technique in using these things, and I mean the authorized users, and you must know when is a good time to use them and when it's not. All right. I thank you all for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of good content coming out in the next couple of days. Really, really interesting things. I'm not going to let you down. There are lots of tricks and tips that I'll be putting out that can help you. So please subscribe and invite other people to watch my channel. Okay? Thank you all very much. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.